Today I've got this Volkswagen Up which has acquired a fair bit of dirt after a fair few long motorway journeys. So I'm going to be cleaning it up and adding some protection, using some new products which have been kindly sent by a few different brands, and I'll be giving my honest thoughts on those products as we go throughout the video. First up we have Bug Zapper, which is by Detail Bug, and it's their citrus pre-wash and APC. Now you can use this at quite a few different dilution ratios. For regular cleaning you would use it at around 1:10, and for heavy degreasing you could use it at 1:1. So I went for a 1:4 ratio as there were quite a few dirty areas of the vehicle, and used that to start with in the arches and also to pre-wash the face of the wheels. I then used P&S Brake Buster to clean the tyres, and when used neat this product gets the tyres clean in a single hit. I then used P&S Brake Buster again, neat on the alloy faces and the barrels, and agitated it using the Easy Large brush and the Garage Therapy wash mitt. Next thing that I wanted to do here was clean up some of the door shuts and the fuel filter cap. Again, I used that 1:4 mixture of the Bug Zapper, and it had no trouble whatsoever removing that built up grime from these areas. Once I had cleaned the doors and the boot, I did close them up and then ran water through the panel gaps, and this allowed me to flush out all the lifted dirt and the chemical remaining without getting the interior wet. The next thing to do was to move on to the pre-wash of the paintwork. Again, using Bug Zapper here at that 1:4 ratio and spraying that all over the vehicle. I then wanted to layer Detail Bug's snow film called Ice Bug over the top of it just to allow that citrus to dwell for a little bit longer. This definitely isn't essential when using a citrus pre-wash underneath, but I do find it to be beneficial, and plus I always enjoy actually snow foaming the vehicle as well. This product can be used at a few different dilution ratios to get different levels of foam thickness. Here I'm using it at 1:20, which is quite diluted, and you can see that there's a thinner foam produced. You can actually get quite a thick foam out of this product if you go for a 1:10 ratio, but that's not what I was looking for here. I was just looking for something that would give that added dwell time to the citrus underneath, and this product does offer a very long dwell time. Despite the thinner consistency that I'm using here, there was still a film left of the snow foam after 10 minutes of letting it sit on there. It is a pH neutral snow foam which is designed to tackle lighter levels of traffic film on well maintained cars that are protected. so I will be using this product in future and showing how it worked on its own as well. Next up was the contact wash, and for this I'm using one of the ADBL shampoos, so this is the pH neutral pure shampoo with its very nice cherry cola scent, and it offers plenty of suds and slickness. It's not the most economical in terms of dilution ratios, and you need around 25 to 50ml in the bucket depending on the water softness and how much suds you actually want. After using the mitts, I did use my collection of brushes to clean up the trim and some of the badges. Once the contact wash had been completed, I then rinsed and dried the vehicle using the detail book drying towel, and this was in order to prepare it for the chemical decontamination stage. The first step here was to use a tar and glue remover, and here I'm using the Karcher one. I just sprayed that onto all the tar spots, left it for a couple of minutes, and then wiped it using a microfiber towel, and it took care of all of them in a single hit. The second stage of the chemical decon was to use an iron fallout remover, now actually using the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions iron fallout and wheel cleaner, which is fine to use on paintwork for this purpose. This colour isn't amazing at highlighting the spots of iron fallout that have been lit up by that purple reaction, but you can see that there was a reasonable level of iron fallout contamination, so it was definitely worth doing this step. I then cleared the windscreen in preparation for applying a glass coating. I didn't clay the paintwork on this occasion as I didn't have time to polish the car to remove any marring that would have been inflicted. I also cleaned the windscreen wipers just using Autoglan's Rebound on a damp microfiber towel. To provide some protection to the alloys, I used Geon Wet Coat and just gave a few sprays and then rinsed that off immediately on each wheel to help keep them a little bit cleaner and also to make the drying process a little bit easier for myself as well. The next step was just to dry the vehicle. Now I used my car dryer, which was particularly useful on the grille of this vehicle as it can be a bit of a nightmare to dry if you only have a microfiber towel. I then mopped up the excess water using the detail bug drying towel, which at this point I'd dried the vehicle twice. It's a very absorbent towel, so definitely came in useful on this occasion. In order to prepare the glass for the coating, I polished the rear window and the windscreen using CarPro Seriglass. This polish is really effective to prepare the surface for a glass coating. However, it can be a little bit tough to remove, so I sprayed it using the Garage Therapy panel wipe to make things a little bit easier, and then went over it again with a fresh towel and that panel wipe just to make sure the glass was squeaky clean before applying the coating. Here I am using version 2 of Pyramid Car Care's glass coating, which if you've been around for a while you'll know that I'm a big fan of version 1 and have used that on my own car for quite a while now. The application process is the same. You apply it to the provided applicator in a cross-hatch pattern, wait for around 15 to 20 seconds and then buff off. It's slightly tougher to remove than the previous coating, but certainly not difficult, and it does claim to have better windscreen wiper resistance, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this version actually performs. I didn't coat the side windows on this car as they were already doing really well from the previous coating application. It was just the windscreen and the rear window that needed coating today. Now onto the paint protection, and for this I'm using a spray wax by Detail Bug called Bubblegum, which I have to say is probably one of the easiest protection products that I have used. I simply sprayed it onto the panel on a towel and spread it, and then used the fresh microfiber towel to buff off the residue. Now the product flashes off very quickly, so there really isn't that much residue to actually buff off, and I would consider it a pretty foolproof product. It certainly left a nice slick surface behind, and the car did look really glossy, so I'm looking forward to seeing how this product performs as well, and I will be providing updates on my Instagram, so I'll pop a link to that in the description. To finish off the car, I used Infinity Wax Tyre Coat on an applicator by Knockout 3D, and this is a really nice product as it leaves a lovely satin finish and is just super easy to apply as well. If you are new to the channel, I'll pop a link on screen to another one of my vehicle transformation videos. Thanks very much for watching.